Trucker Dump for November 21st, 2011, episode 78, A Trucker's Thanksgiving.
Welcome to Trucker Dump, where you'll get one driver's insights and sometimes humorous views of truck driving and the trucking industry, and pretty much anything else he feels like dumping on you. This podcast is brought to you by AboutTruckDriving.com. Resources to help you understand the world of truck driving through the use of stories and a pathetic attempt at humor.
Hey there, folks. Happy holidays. Todd McCann here. Well, Thanksgiving is once more upon us. May as well go ahead and jab a new hole in your belt. You know, the one that fit just fine last year? Okay. Well, sure, we all associate Thanksgiving with eating until we're on the verge of Pukeville. But isn't Thanksgiving supposed to be more than that? Well, let's find out. Here we go with A Trucker's Thanksgiving. Well, it's that time of year again. It's time to slap fight your siblings for the drumstick and have spoon duels over the last dollop of Cool Whip. Because we all know pumpkin pie just ain't right until you can't see the plate beneath the pie. More importantly, though, it's time to look around us and give thanks for everything we have. For being blessed with an annoying brother who called dibs on the drumstick before you. For your superior health, which enables you to punch him hard enough to leave a giant bruise. For the job that you hate. You know, the job that put that turkey on the table. The job that paid your bills all year. The job that the dude in the unemployment line would kill for. Yes, I know I'm among the guiltiest in this regard. Thanks for pointing that out. Now shut your face. So that's what I'm here to do today. Count my blessings. And since I'm such a ooey-gooey, touchy-feely, sentimental kind of guy, I'll do so in my typical fashion. Here are the things that this trucker is thankful for. As expected, let's start out with, thanks to the inventors of electronic logs for wasting my valuable time, as if trips to the mall with the evil overlord weren't enough torture for one man. Thanks to the driver who insists on going the speed limit in the fast lane. I hadn't realized it was your job to police me. Thanks for keeping me in line. Thanks to all those drivers who slow down when you see a cop, even when you're not speeding. I hear that if a cop sees you do this, he'll pull over and give you an ice cream cone. Thanks to all you good folks who overspend your budgets. Your greed equals my freight. Thanks to all the credit card companies who promote this overspending. May your consciences be clear as you sleep on your $800 pillow lined with kitten fur. Thank you to the medical profession for extending life expectancy. It's going to take every last second of life to pay off those stinking credit cards. Dang, my balance just went up again. Who knew there was such a thing as a bad-mouthing fee? Thanks to all the rubberneckers who bring traffic to a near standstill, even though whatever is happening is on the opposite side of the highway. Thanks to that police officer who issues me a ticket for having a light out. You know, one of those 3 tiny but extremely crucial clearance lights that are above my trailer doors. Whew, did you see that? That airplane almost rear-ended me. Thanks to all the drivers who try to close the gap when I flip my turn signal on to switch lanes. No worries, it's not like I can't take the next spot after you pass. Oh crap, the next guy punched it too. And the next. And the next. Thanks to all the truckers who tailgate four-wheelers. Nothing says professional quite like a rear-view mirror full of grill. Thanks to the woman who puts on her makeup in 65-mile-an-hour rush hour traffic. We all know how important it is to look pretty when there's an open casket. Thanks to all those four-wheelers who like to hang out in the trucker's blind spots. Oh well, out of sight, out of mind. And never you mind that pesky turn signal light that's making the side of your face glow. Thanks to the driver who locks up his brakes in front of me because he missed his turn. I've really been needing to check the integrity of my brakes. It's too bad they work. Thanks to the DOT, the FMCSA, the CSA, and all the other organizations who love truckers enough to regulate them. It's nice to know that you can make me log it if it takes more than 7 minutes to pee, but you can't make a receiver unload me in less than 3 hours. Thanks to the trucker who parks in front of the fuel islands for extended periods of time. Yes, I know you had fuel card problems. I saw your fuel receipt through the subway bag with toilet paper stuck to it. Thanks to all the drivers who figure out where the gas pedal is after I start to pass you. Thanks to all the four-wheelers who go 5 miles an hour under the speed limit on 2-lane highways. It's a good thing I'm not driving this truck to make money or anything. Thanks to the driver who writes, "Show your hooters" in the dust on the back of the trailer. Public opinion, 1. Trucker reputation, 0. Thanks to the truck who parks crookeder than a homemade TV antenna. I hope you weren't emotionally attached to that side view mirror. Thanks to the state of California for making us truckers stay in the far right lanes. It's not like that's where all the other vehicles are trying to enter the roadway or anything. I'd also like to thank California for making trucks go 55 miles an hour. We all know how dangerous those tumbleweeds can be. Thanks to the driver who pulls out in front of me from a side street. I've been meaning to work on my slalom skills. Thanks to my company for banning all cooking devices from my truck. There's nothing quite like a cold bowl of Captain Crunch on a blustery winter's night. Thanks to the inattentive or unyielding trucker who won't back out of it for 2 seconds so a slightly faster truck can get around him quicker. I'm sure all those drivers stuck behind you will be talking about the nice trucker when they get to work. Thanks to the DOT for their hours of service rules. How would I know when I'm tired without your infinite wisdom? Thanks to the drivers who feel the need to go 25 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour construction zone. It's a good thing you're clairvoyant. Those construction workers are always putting up the wrong speed limit signs. Thanks to all the businesses who put up no truck parking signs. I nearly forgot that my money is less valuable than everyone else's. Thanks to all the worthless pile of dung truckers who use these parking lots as trash bins and toilets. I'm sure that has absolutely nothing to do with those no truck parking signs. Thanks to all you four-wheelers who are so kind to allow me to hang out in the fast lane after I've scooted over to help you merge onto the highway. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were on the phone. Speaking of on-ramps and phones, thanks to the driver who can't be bothered to put away his cell phone as he's barreling down the on-ramp. I guess the 2 cars to the left of me forgot to use their X-ray vision to see you trying to push me over. I know, right? What a waste of superpowers. And yet again, thanks to all those wishy-washy four-wheelers who can't make a decision when they get to the end of the on-ramp. Yes, I know being 3 car lengths ahead of me will make it an impossibly tight fit, but why don't you try anyway? Thanks to the Christians who write Bible verses on the bathroom walls. Nothing says Jesus loves you quite like vandalizing someone's property. Thanks to all the shippers and receivers who value my time so much. Everyone deserves a 5-hour nap in the middle of their workday, right? Thanks to the soccer mom who cuts across 3 lanes in front of me to get to her exit ramp. My doctor has been saying I need to increase my heart rate more often. Thanks to the person who flips me the bird for riding out in the left-hand lane. Clearly, I misread that sign that read, "Trucks left lane only." My bad. Thanks to all the good citizens who vote for anti-idling laws for trucks. While you may not die from harmful gas inhalation, you have dramatically increased your shot at getting run over by a trucker who was unsuccessfully trying to sleep in a pool of his own sweat. And finally, thanks to the truck stop owners who want $37 for a small bottle of Pepto-Bismol. When you're looking for your place of torment in hell, just follow the signs that say, "Exploited a diarrhea sufferer." Well, there you have it. A list of things to be thankful for. Yes, I know. Heartfelt is my middle name. That's just me.
Hey, yo, bud, where do you want this load of feedback?
Okay, let's see what we got for feedback on the show about arguing e-logs. I got 3 comments this time around, so let's get at them. Humble Floyd writes in and says, "I do agree with your main points, but my e-log must work differently than yours. Now, I can edit not the driveline, but the other 3, and I think that makes all the difference. In place of initials, there's a comment space. Your company is treating drivers like children instead of professionals. I see that as the real problem. I'm 62, done paper logs for years, and wanted to retire before e-logs came, but I actually do like it now. It does, in fact, save me time. I do drive a little differently now because of it, but surprisingly, not much. I don't think I'd like returning to paper. The hours of service changes in the last 8 years are much harder to deal with, but we all know that. Thanks." Well, thanks to you, Humble Floyd. I appreciate you writing in a lot lately. And yes, I'm fully aware that my company is the problem here. They're the only company I've heard of that doesn't allow some form of e-log editing. And while they are treating me like a child, I feel like one who gets an awesome allowance every week. Rose writes in and says, there are pros and cons to everything. I don't know about trucks, driving them and all, but I can see both sides. Everyone is entitled to express their points and get it off their chest. Then in the end, you should live by the rules. I'm glad you're a responsible person who also views both sides. I so enjoy your posts. Well, Rose, I so enjoy your comments. I'm glad you enjoy my ramblings, too. And you're right, we should all live by the rules. I know that, it's just that I don't always want to. And lastly, Lisa Nowak writes in again. She says, the problem with the illegal argument is that there are plenty of laws that are just plain stupid. An e-log is a zero-tolerance device, and we don't live in a black and white world. Yes, there are some people who are such idiots or cheats that they need such devices to regulate them. But those people are in the minority. By and large, human beings are capable of regulating their own behavior in a mature manner. There's also an argument to be made that it's less safe to have a driver abiding by the letter of the law, but being so stressed out through his entire run, than have him fudge a little, but be relaxed. I know what it's like to operate so close to the edge like that, and I wouldn't say I should be piloting a big rig during those moments. I probably shouldn't be driving at all, or even interfacing with the rest of humanity. Well said, Lisa. Trucking is so much different from other jobs. Almost everything we deal with is controlled by someone else. We can't control traffic, weather, or how quick we get loaded. We can't force other drivers into showering at a different time to avoid a shower wait. We don't have a say in how long it takes to get the truck into the shop for repairs. We don't have control over the mechanic that inevitably takes his lunch break just as we pull into the shop. Nor do we have any way to reserve a parking spot at a truck stop. Yet everything I just mentioned, and a whole bunch more, affects our e-logs. Not quite fair if you ask me. Well, thanks for your thoughts, Lisa. And it's not too late to put your thoughts in on this subject. E-logs are going to be around for a long time with all of us, so let's hear what you guys have to say about them, what you're freaked out about. Questions, concerns, anything like that. Anything on past shows is fair game. So write in. Here's how. So, what are you thankful for this Turkey Day? As soon as you get done clobbering your brother with that drumstick you stole from him, why don't you pop on over to abouttruckdriving.com, type Thanksgiving into the search bar, and type your thoughts in the comments section with your greasy turkey fingers. I swear, we can't have anything nice in this house. I can also be reached through email at truckerdump@gmail.com or on Twitter where I'm at Todd McCann. That's 2 D's, 2 C's, and 2 N's, no spaces. And hey, if you're even remotely thankful for this podcast, would you please pop over to the iTunes store and leave a review of the show? I'd certainly appreciate it. Thanks. So until next time, drive safe and stay out of my way. And try to control your gluttony.